Hello everyone. In this video session, we will have a look over the advertisement which is published by Power Grid, okay, for recruitment of a fresh engineering graduates on the post of what? Engineer trainee through GATE 2024. Okay, so we will have an idea in this video session what is the work in Power Grid if we will get selected. Okay, what is the work culture, what will be the pay scales, what is the extra benefits we will get if we will get selected through what GATE 2024 in Power Grid. Okay, on the post of engineer trainee. So we will have a details idea what should be the our strategy to get selected in interview. Okay, when we are going to appear in the Power Grid interview, what the areas are important to prepare and in which area we need to focus less. Okay, and in which area we have to focus more, that those things we will discuss here in details. So first of all, we have to understand that Power Grid is for mainly it is a company which deal with electrical power transmissions. Okay, in turn they do some other businesses also, but Power Grid का जो main काम है, it transfers the what electrical power or it connects the multiple grids together. Okay, like it जो यूपी में पावर जनरेट हुआ है दैट कैन बी ट्रांसफर्ड टू द बिहार तेलंगाना यूजिंग व्हाट using transmission line and which will be handled by Power Grid. Okay, so let's have a look over the advertisement. Power Grid has released recruitment advertisement for what? GATE 2024. If you are going to appear for GATE 2024, okay, and you want to join Power Grid, then you have to apply in Power Grid. Okay, based on this recruitment advertisement. In detail advertisement they will again release in approximately in January for dates and timing when they are going to open their portal for filling the application. Okay, so they will release another notification for dates and all in details. Guys, what I have discussed is that Power Grid is a main company organization for electrical engineer, but we should not think that it is only for electrical. Any organization works with multiple streams, like organization should have civil person, electrical, ECE, CS, mechanical, all kind of engineers will be there in any kind of organization. Any organization cannot run with a single kind of engineers, like only electrical engineers cannot run Power Grid, it requires other supports also. Hence they will be recruiting electrical engineer, electronics, civil and computer science through GATE 2024. So this year they are going to recruit electrical, ECE guys, civil person and CS guys. Okay, so these four streams are eligible for Power Grid. Okay, this year. So here we can see Power Grid as a Maharatna public sector. It is a very good company and it comes under the Maharatna, and also it is monitored and controlled by Ministry of Power. It comes under the Ministry of Power, Government of India. Okay, and it mainly engaged in what? Power transmission business. Okay, power transmission business. Also in power transmission business there is another requirement, like There we required planning. There we required coordination. Supervision. Is the system working fine? If like line is connected between the UP and Delhi or Punjab, is there any fault? So all kind of things we have to follow, like proper coordination should be there, supervision should be there, and control over complete interstate transmission system and operation of national and regional power grids. So power grids mainly connect all the grid available in India. So interconnection has been done by this organization. So when we are going to appear for any interview, like for power grid, IOCL, ONGC, we have to read whole detailed advertisement. Since in advertisement they used to give details idea what company do, what are the businesses, it it comes under which ministry. Okay, so these general things we have to know. Since in interview, interviewer can ask anything like power grid is mini ratna or maharatna. If we will not give this answer, they will feel that you are not much interested in this organization. It shows how much you are interested and how much energetic you are to join this organization. So it's better to read always before going in the interview detailed advertisement and read about the organization, read about their businesses, read about the extra businesses, what is like, what is the power grid. So power grid business, power grid main business is what? Main business is transmission and distribution. Okay, so it is main business is transmission, not a distribution. Sorry, it is not distribution. Power grid mainly look for the transmission of power. Okay, so it mainly looks for transmission of power. So to deal with the transmission of power, we need to have a transmission line, and which will be handled by power grid. Okay, so it operates approximately 1,76,109 kilometer transmission line. See, this much length is this is power grid having the transmission line. So we need to have a focus, like if interviewer will ask that how many length, like what is the length of transmission line which is handled by power grid, so we need to tell that 1,76,000 kilometer is the transmission line which is handled by power grid. You no need to worry about the 100 109 and all. A prox idea will be sufficient, like how many substations they handles. Okay, and what if interviewer will ask what is the extra businesses, so if you will go through their advertisement, you will find that power grid also owns and operates around what approximately 82,000 kilometers of telecom lines. So it is also handling what, it handles telecom lines which is having length of 82,000 kilometers. Okay, so these things we should have idea, like power grid do two things, transmissions of power and also handles with telecoms lines network. Okay, so these things we should know before going into the interview. If we want to get selected, we have to prepare very well, we have to impress our interviewer in the interview room. So these things required details idea. If we are having detailed idea, it will boost our confidence and we can speak with overconfidence, like we are having enough idea. No one, you will feel that in interview if something will ask related to the organization, we can easily answer. That will boost your interest and energy during the interview. So confidence should be there, and to build the confidence we need to have a detailed idea of the organization, detailed idea of their interview process, their detailed idea of their selection process, and then you can prepare very well for the interview. Because without having related knowledge about the organization, and we are having that good technical idea, if some interviewer will ask some questions related to the power grid and if we will not provide the right answer, it will hamper our marks in the interview. So it's better to go with the details advertisement, read about the organization, read about the organization's hierarchy, like what are the, and who is the director, who is the CEO, who is the finance head in the organization, who is managing the transmission business, who is managing the telecom networks. So these things should be we should have idea. Okay, and also if power grid is enlisted in the share market, we should have idea about what is the share cost of the power grid. So these things will help, like suddenly some person will ask you what is the share value of today power grid, so we should answer them. If we are answering them, they will get the good impression of you. Okay, so it is always better to read detailed advertisement and know your organization where you are going to give interview. Before going into the interview, we should have a clear and crystal idea about the organization. That will boost our confidence. Okay, so it deals with the transmissions line and transmission line, sub transmission, distribution, telecom sectors also. Okay, and it offers the consultancy services at national and international levels. So they do three kind of business: transmission, ठीक है, ट्रांसमिशन देखेगा, टेलीकॉम नेटवर्क देखेगा, एंड कंसल्टेंट जैसा भी काम करेगा. ठीक है, so they earn from money from these three businesses. Okay, and their turnover for last financial year, we should know, like 46,000 crores is the turnover, and their benefit is what, 15,000 crores for the last financial years. So this information will boost your confidence and you will get to know about power grid in details. And it is important, since when we go in the interview and interviewer asks what was the last turnover of the power grid for last financial year, if we will not answer this correctly, it will like, it will give the impression like we are not interested in this organization. If you are interested, you must have gone with the advertisement, you must have gone with the website of these organizations. So every interviewers expect these basic things in an interview. Okay, so these businesses will be run by what, run by engineers, manpowers. Okay, so to run these their businesses, they required young engineers. For that they have released this advertisement for engineer trainee. Okay, and they will take these four streams: electrical, electronics, civil and computer science through gate 2024. So these things we must have the idea for basic process of working culture in businesses. Working, what is the working culture, why you are going to join these organizations. So purpose of joining this organization, you should have a clear idea. Will you get sufficient satisfaction in this organization if you will work? So these things will help you in interview, like why we have to select you. Then you can say that I am very much interested in this organization since their business is in technical oriented, and I would like to contribute my technical knowledge in this organization. So this way you can convince and you can put your idea in front of interviewers. So we will have a idea of recruitment details. Okay, so already I have said that streams eligible. So electrical is eligible, EC eligible, civil engineering eligible, and computer science eligible. See, what will be the pay scale? So pay scale will be, we have to understand, 40k basic pay will be 40k when we will join this organization, or we will get selected and immediately when we will join the organization we will get 40k basic pay. Over this you will get DA, HRA and 12% perk for 12 months. This is valid for 12 months. After completing your training period, your basic will be 50k and you will be entitled for DA, HRA, perks, mobile for mobile mobile recharge, mobile purchasing, laptop. So whatever these things will be, like you will be eligible for DA, HRA, perks, for mobile purchase, laptop purchase, furnitures. These things are eligible and this will be given for a time period. Like in 3 years you can take laptop money, mobile money and furniture money, and other benefits like medical facility. You will get medical facility, LTC. These things you will also get after completion the training period. You will not get extra facility during the training period, since after completion training period you will be a regular employee and you will have a position. You will get absorbed on E2 position. Okay, so based on this advertisement, age limit will be 28 years on what? On December 2023. And to fill this form, or you need to be like, if you want to eligible for this organization, you should have 60% marks in your graduation. Otherwise, you will be not allowed to fill the form. Okay, and you will be not eligible for power grid on the post of engineer trainee. Okay, and their selection process will be 80% they will give the 85% weightage will be given of gate marks. Okay, and total will be 100 marks. Okay, 100%, and is from this 85% weightage will be of gate marks, 3% weightage of group discussions, and personal interview will have 12% weightage. Okay, and after this you will have a psychometric assessment test. This will psychometric assessment test is nothing but included in personal interview. Like if you are having, that means person psychometric assessment test feedback will be given to the interview team. Okay, and this test is nothing but simply to check the our intelligence level on how much we are active and how quickly we give the response. Okay, so this is psychometric test is not a tough test. If we have qualified gate examination which is conducted by IITs and IISc, we can definitely clear psychometric test which will be conducted by power grid. So we need to bother over where we need to always worry for the gate marks, because it is having maximum weightage. If we will put 100% efforts to the crack the gate with good rank, our chances to get selection in power grid will be maximum. Okay, so in interview also, if you are general candidate or EWS, 40% marks you need to get from 12%. Like if you are going to appear for 12 marks, you need to minimum get 4.8. Then only if you are having rank 1 in gate and you are not able to secure 4.8 marks in interview, you will not be impaneled in selection list. So it is always better to read the detailed advertisement and understand what are the conditions and where we need to focus. Like some candidate will think that I'm in under 10 and we are not going to prepare for interview, and your performance in interview will be bad, then you will not get selected, since your marks will be less than 4.8 and you are not entitled or eligible for impanelment of in the selection list. So it is better to focus to achieve at least minimum marks, minimum cutoff marks in interview, so that your gate rank will be utilized. So first of all, for this time being, you have to focus over the gate preparation. Okay, and understand the selection process of power grid if you want to join the power grid. So detailed notification again will come, and commencement of online registration tentative date is 10th January 2024 and last date of online registration is 18th February 2024. This is the tentative dates. They may release some extra advertisement details for this the date and all, and they will start the online application over their portals. ठीक है. So when you are going to submit their forms and all, you need to visit www.powergrid.in. In this website, in career option, you can see that there is a online registration process. Okay, so where there you can do the registration, you can fill the detailed forms, and you can provide the gate ID details. Then your form filling process will be completed. Okay, so we have seen that what power grid do, in what business area they work, and why you are going to join power grid, in which area they require manpowers. Okay, and also what are the streams are eligible, what is the pay scale, what is the age limit, what is the max qualifying degree percentage required, and what are the selection process. That means ki how much get marks, weightage, group discussion weightage, and personal interview weightage. These things we have seen, and important tentative date also we have seen. Further, we will move power grid corporate ladder and pay scales. See this, here you will be observed. Here you will be observed after 1 year of joining the power grid. Like after training period, you will be here. Okay, and like each time you will get promoted, you will give move upward, vertically upward. So whenever you will get promoted, you will move upward. Whenever you will get promoted, you will get move to the upward. Okay, and like after training it is 50k, then each year 3% will be increment in basic pay. Like if you are getting promoted or not getting promoted, it does not matter, but wherever you will be, 3% basic pay will be every year, it will increase. And from these E2 positions, you will be receiving all the extra facility like cafeteria allowance, ठीक है, perks, allowance for laptop, furniture, mobile, house building loans. These things will be provided to you. And for LTC, leave travel concession, that means ki you will receive money or provision to visit some places in India to refresh yourself along with your dependent. Okay, so also you will have entitled for medical facility. Okay, so medical facility will be also provided to you and your dependent includes your wife, your children, your father and mother. So this was the power grid corporate ladder and pay scale. This is the last year cutoff for all 4 streams. See, I always preferred not to rely on the cutoff. When we prepare for the any gate examination, after having the gate examination, we can rely on the cutoff and we can do the analysis of cutoff. But before appearing in the gate examination, we cannot say, since some year your paper will be easy, some year paper will be tough. Okay, when paper will be tough, your cutoff will what, low. Like in 2023 electrical paper was very tough and topper get approximately 62 marks and they have secured AIR 1. So that year for general category cutoff was 48.33. If paper would have been easy in 2023, this cutoff may have gone to what? May have gone to 70-80 marks. So every cutoff depends on the standard of paper and which vary each years. Okay. So for understanding or for having the idea of the cutoff, you can have look on this. Okay, for civil it was 71, for EC 66, For computer science, it is 67.33. So these are the cutoffs for OBC, SC, ST, EWS and UR. Okay, so open category. So for this time being, we need to understand that cutoff vary based on gate examination paper standard. Okay, so if you are seeing that 71.76 marks is the cutoff for 2023 in civil department, we should not worry. It may or may not go, may not have the same cutoff this year 2024. Okay, since if paper will be tough, cutoff will be lower. If paper will be easy, cutoff may go to higher. So we have to focus on our preparation level. We should not worry about the cutoff, like if cutoff is high and cutoff is low, we should not bother, because it depends on the gate paper standards. After appearing in the gate examination, you can have an idea, like if power grid having the cutoff of 48.33 and paper was the moderate or tough, then this year will go almost same. So by this way you can have idea in which organization there is chance to get selected. Okay, now we will move over the job descriptions. Okay, if we will get selected, what will be the work for our new joining engineers? Like we, when we will join the power grid, we will have a post of designation of engineer trainee. Okay, and if we are engineer trainee, after completion of training we will post it as a regular employee in power grid. Then what will be the work? Okay, so there will be job description of operation and substations. Okay, maintenance of substations. So some engineers can have in operation of substation, some engineer will be joined in maintenance team, some engineer will join in operation and maintenance of transmissions line, some engineer will join in testing and commissioning team. So these are the sections where you will get posted. Some engineer will posted in site construction, some engineer will substation engineering, some engineer will join in substation engineering, some engineer will join in transmission engineering. So these are the job descriptions. Okay, and in which we will get posted and we will have to work according to our job descriptions. If you want to have a detailed idea of job descriptions, I will show you the details. This is the detail of job descriptions. Like role for electrical engineer, ठीक है, what is the role and responsibility? So see, if you will get posted in operation of substation, you need to do monitoring of system parameters. Monitoring of system parameters, like there will be some SCADA screen, where it will show the voltage, frequency, current, load and all the details. Okay, so which is deviating, which is under the limit, we need to continuously monitor. So this will be your responsibility. Substation operation as per the guideline is having or not. Outage coordination with RTMC and RLDC, maintaining operational format as per norms, issuance of permits for maintenance, testing and line maintenance. Like if without issuing the permit we cannot work for like electrical lines, is live or what, it is disconnected from the power supply. So one engineer has to ensure that wherever some technicians and some manpower going to work for maintenance, that line should not have a live wire or should not have a power supply. For that we need to issue permit. If permit is provided, that means you can go and you can work over this line. So these are the responsibility of operation of substations. Okay, and when we will join the maintenance team, one second guy, when we will join the maintenance of substation, okay, we will have a responsibility of all proactive and breakdown maintenance. So maintenance team is meant for what, like some protection circuit is not working, some control room is having some problem, switchard equipment is having problem, we need to take care, we need to do the preventive maintenance, preventive maintenance, breakdown, breakdown maintenance, and what, predictive maintenance. So these three kind of maintenance one has to do if engineers are allotted in maintenance of substations. Operation and maintenance of transmission line also will be there, and that person will have these much what responsibility. Testing and commissioning, testing and commissioning, like some new substation is getting commissioned, for that you need to do some testing. Maintenance of what, relays, commissioning activity involves procurement of the material, okay, transportation of the material, finding the suitable manpower, capable manpower, and then we need to do the installation and commissioning. So these things depends on the testing and commissioning team. Construction, so mainly in construction civil engineers required, so they will have to design their what, design their substation based on the norms. There will be substation engineering department, okay, so this will handle these things. Transmission line engineering department will deal with the transmission line. There, see, detailed design engineering, it will be prepared by transmission line engineering. Pre pre-bid release, like pre NIT and post NIT, this will be the, NIT means notice inviting for tender, okay, so that also be prepared by engineer. So all tendering and all will be related to the transmission line engineering, will be handled by transmission line engineering department. Okay, if you want, you have to do the system studies. So power grid need to have a department like system study, steady state, dynamic studies, real time simulation, transient simulation study. So in there also this department required some engineers, okay, so we will, there will be a store management, SVDC work, ठीक है, cost engineering. So these are the department where you will get posted, ठीक है. For electronics you will have a SCADA, WAMS, communication input for this thing. So these are the department where communication engineer will get posted. So they will try to, like if we will join the power grid, you need to have a multiple skills, like you need to have a technical skill, you need to have a skill of the contract handling. So when we join as a fresher of any this organization, we will not have this much idea, but during the training period they will teach you everything, and you will be capable enough to handle your job responsibility. So these are the what, these are the job responsibility of ECE. Similarly there will be job responsibility of civil. This is the for computer science. Now we will back over the again at same place, okay. So this was the job description in detail. If anyone wants to know, you can go over the website, you can download and you can understand the job description. But it is always better when we will get the job interview calls, we need to go and we need to check where which job description is good for me and where you can contribute maximum, so that like if interviewer will ask that why do you want to join power grid, then you can say that this department is good and I can assure you that I will be able to contribute my best in this department. So this way you can impress your interviewer. See, we have seen that about the base power grid businesses, turnover, transmission line length and all. Again we have seen selection process and all. We have seen the job descriptions. Now I will discuss some general questions which can be asked and which was already asked in power grid interview. See, in any interview when we go to the interviewer, when we enter in the interview room, we have to prepare in holistic way. That means ki we need to have idea about the organization, we need to have idea about our native place, we need to have idea about the organization businesses. If your native place having some nearby power grid organization substations, you need to have an idea what is the capacity of substations, okay, how much distance it is having from your house. So these things you should have idea. It is a general idea which may impress your interviewer. In after that they will go to the your main interview questions, like why did you join in mtech. Okay, so like some candidate has not able to crack gate in immediately after the btech, they have joined the mtech, then they will ask these kind of questions. So a interview general question depends on the your academic background, your native places, okay, your hobbies. So these things vary, like someone will have a hobby of cricket, someone will hobby of a music. So general things will vary. What was your last year gate rank? These questions can be asked by anyone. Okay, how many modes of power generation are there? See, this is the what power handling organization, ठीक है, which always handles electrical powers. So they may ask what are the mode of generation. What are the mode? Thermal mode, ठीक है, हाइड्रल, ठीक है, and nuclear. So wind, solar. So similarly you need to give the answer what are the modes. Okay, so some questions will be related to the electrical engineer, some questions will be related to the civil, some questions will be related to the computer science and electronics. But like if you will go for the interview and your stream is electrical, they will ask questions from the electrical stream. Whatever the technical question will be there, that will be asked from by the electrical zone only, they will not ask in civil. So if whatever the your respective streams, they will ask question from there. So see, why nuclear power generation is not utilized much. So these kind of questions you can expect. Why nuclear power generation is not utilized much. So you can say that nuclear power having some constraints, like observing the what land acquisition is very tough for nuclear power plant. Okay, it is having some radiation issue. Okay, we need to convince local area, we need to acquire lands, we need to have a very rugged production system, okay, for nuclear power generation. Okay, so these are the hurdles. Which mode contributes maximum power generation in India? What percentage? These things you need to read, because every year CE, Central Electricity Authority of India, release one report regarding the power generation and transmission and losses and distribution. You need to read. If you are electrical engineer, you need to visit Central Electricity Authority website and you need to see this. So mode of maximum power generation thermal है, and it almost 63% होता है. So these things you need to read. It may change every year, so you need to check once again. Do you know of any power plant, nuclear power plant? Yes, we need to have. If we are electrical engineer, we need to know that. Or if you see, we need to know that where is nuclear power plant. If you are belonging from native some place and it is near having nearby some nuclear power plant, you must have an idea, like Rawat Vata, okay, Tarapur having nuclear power plant. And these are the questions which belong from electrical engineering. These questions mainly belong from electrical engineering. If you are having some civil engineer, like if you belong from the civil engineering, your technical question will be from civil. But every questions will be basic and related to the normal, like they are going to design substations. So if you are having civil degree, then they will ask related to the what, related to the it's civil design only, they will not go in electrical. For electrical engineer, what is transformer? So basic technical question you can expect. Maximum question from electrical person they will ask from the power system protection. Since protection is very much needed for transmission and distribution, you need to take care of that. You need to take care of that ki your protection part from the power system should be strong enough, so that be confident for drawing the some protection circuit like differential protection for what transformers. Okay, you can have an idea about the protective relays. You can explain what is the protective relay, what kind of relay are used for the alternator protection. So these things we need to understand, and we need to have a good idea how power system stability is maintained in transmission line, why we are having like 765 kilovolt transmission, 400 transmission, 265 volt transmission, 132 kilo, why we are transmitting all the voltages, all the power at very high voltages. So these things you need to have idea, like transferring power at high voltage can reduce the power loss, okay, in transmission line. It increase stability of a system also. So these things you need to have idea, like how will you improve the stability of transmission line? By increasing the voltage level, okay, or by increasing the reactance, and reactance can be increased by using parallel lines. So these things you need to answer. What is a step and touch potential? This is the basic questions from the electrical protection, okay. So these things we need to understand, and these kind of questions can be expected in interview, power grid interview. Okay, so I will always suggest, or I would like to suggest you that what will be your stream I don't know, but it is always suggested to prepare basic. Like if we are having good rank, in interviewer will not doubt on our technical knowledge, but they will ask basic and fundamental questions to check our confidence, okay. So you can expect these kind of questions. See, when you are going for interview, okay, so earlier also I have given some fundamental idea how to prepare for interview and what will be the tips. So general tips I have given. If we will enlist, we see the fundamental of engineering, okay, it is valid for electrical, ECE, CS and civil, okay. But focus over, like if you are electrical engineer, you need to focus over their business. Like in transmission, what are the things important? So in transmission, power system is important. So for electrical engineer, power system subject is very important for power grid interview. For EC, communication part is important, okay. PLC SCADA is important, since PLC SCADA is involved in transmission and distribution of power. Computer science should have some IT infrastructure related knowledge, and civil department should have a design related, like substation design norms, substation design standards, then should know, and fundamental of civil engineering. Okay, if you have done BTech some good project, you should also have basic idea of project. Like you should always able to explain what was the project and what was the benefit and how you have completed this project, okay. Firm grip on area of interest. See, firm grip on area of interest. See, firm grip on area of interest, that means if you have shown like you are a good at power system, you are good at transmission line, you should have good grip. Like if you are saying that you are electrical engineer and you are very much interested in power system, they may ask some good questions related to their own organization. So you should have a good grip, okay. Again, why power grid? So always keep in mind that in which organization you are going to give an interview, you have to see their job description, where you are most suitable. Also, do not get rigid, like if I want to join operation, I will only join operation. No, you can say that in polite way. There is a operation of a transmission line section where I can contribute my best, since my power system subject is good. I am good at protection system and I am having keen interest in dealing with the protection system of a transmission line. So I would like to join in operation, or I would like to join in maintenance of transmission line. If power grid will give me opportunity to work these two, I could contribute my best. Though if some other job description, responsibility will be given, I will give my best to prove myself in this organization and to uplift this organization. So this way you can convince the interviewer. You need to give the answer which is diplomatic and not negative, because negative, like if you will get rigid, like you will work only in operation or maintenance, it will give the bad impact. Okay, so again these are the fundamentals, but fundamental of engineering, we need to know project idea, we have to know, and whatever the area of interest we say, we have to have a group good grip. Reason to join the power grid, we need to have idea. Okay, and also in group discussion they will give you some recent topic, like recently G20 happened in India. So what was G20, which country had participated, okay, why it was conducted in India, okay, where it was conducted. So the general things we need to know, which is in recent topic and it is a hot topic. So we should have idea, so that in group discussion we will have a help. Okay, what will be your contribution in PGCL if you are selected? So these kind of questions will be asked by some aged interviewers to understand your intention to join the organization. Like they will check you are in really interested, or you will get selected and you will not join. So these things they will check. Okay, so I have discussed interview tips, some of questions which was asked in which was asked in power grid interview through what, power grid interview through earlier past gate एग्जामिनेशन, लाइक 2023 में जो गेट हुआ उससे जो पावर गेट में इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस आए, दैट वाज आई हैव डिस्कस. 2020 में जो गेट हुआ उससे जो पावर गेट में क्वेश्चंस पूछा गया उसको डिस्कस मैंने किया है यहाँ. ठीक है, so we have seen interview questions, we have seen the job description, we have seen the cutoffs, we have seen the pay scales, and we have seen the important dates, we have seen the recruitment details. Okay, so these were the important points. And always, like if you want to prepare for power grid interview, if you are belonging from civil, electrical and other CS and ECE, see first your job descriptions, then you will be able to know that what are the subject which is important for power grid. They, from where they can ask, like electrical engineer can see easily that all things are related to the protection of the system and power system, power transmission, so they need to focus for the power system. For EC we need to know the like PLC, SCADA and all communication part, so we need to focus over that. And computer science, if you will see the your job description, you will be able to understand that what are the things they may ask. Okay, for any other query and detail you doubts, you can contact over the support at the rate gateforum.in. We will revert back to you and revert back to your query. Okay, and you can visit gateforumonline.com for details. Okay, any kind of details if you want, like what are the courses offered by the gate forum, what are the subject wise courses offered by the gate forum, what are the modes of the support which is provided by for the gate aspirants, what are the supports we are going to provide for the gate 2024, you can have idea over the gate forum online.com website. Okay, so please visit, or any doubt you are having, you feel free to mail us with the support at the rate gateforum.in. With this I will close this session. Thank you guys.